So it's results day. EU elections, been, gone. And you no doubt know the news. Brexit Party came out on the top, didn't perform as well as expected, which was good, but the Liberal Democrats came out absolutely storming, as well as the Greens. In fact, in my area, Majid, the former mayor of Sheffield, got in and as an MEP, and he has done a lot in the past, two or so years to really raise the profile of Sheffield, regionally, internationally. So if he can do the same now for Europe, that will be a good thing. So I'm glad that he got in. Obviously, the big news that we'd really need to talk about today, is that if this had been a referendum on a Brexit versus a Remain, the parties who were clearly pro-Remain won. Now imagine for a second if Remain had actually gotten together and just say, okay, we're going to have a Remain party. They would have walloped, they would have absolutely dominated with 40, they got like 40.3%, I think it was, something like that, versus what would have been the Brexit party's 33%. That was, a complete walkover. It would have been a complete walkover, essentially. It would have been a two-horse race, and, Farage would have been blocked even more than he was yesterday. But there has been a very clear message sent that, if that had been a referendum on, sort of no deal versus Remain, Remain would have won 40% by 35%. And of course, this going forward, as we have said all along on this channel, no one wants a no-deal Brexit. People think they want a no-deal Brexit, especially a lot of people in the general public who like to champion this, and even on this channel, don't really understand what a no-deal Brexit would actually mean. And that's why we've gone on and gone through the articles of people, of experts, talking about what that would mean to this country. It is not good. And in fact, one of the best things to come out recently hasn't been reported massively, but Philip Hammond, the current Chancellor of the Exchequer, has basically said, well, he knows that he is not liked among the Brexiteers, and it's very likely that an extremist Brexiteer could take the reins, and if that happens, he is gone. In fact, he knows he's probably gone regardless whoever comes in. He's not well liked in the Tory party, and he has stated that if the next Tory leader advocates for a no deal, he will put forward a vote of no confidence immediately. Based on that. So you could have a position of the Tory party. Let's say Boris Johnson wins, whom Boris Johnson is advocated for a no deal. Then Philip Hammond immediately tables that motion of no confidence. He would very likely win it, because all in all, as has been shown in Parliament multiple times, there is no appetite for a no deal. When we had the series of indicative votes, the vote for no deal only got 65 votes. It was put down massively. So if you think that there is a want or a need in the Conservative Party to go for a no deal, not very likely. And the MPs will back it, and then you'll be back into another leadership race. And at that point, who knows? And if that scenario does come true, it's worth pointing out that since Brexit, there have only been, I think it's 6 or 7 other bills passed through Parliament. You know, that's how bad Brexit is, and it's not an issue of we need to get it done and over with. It's what do you do to mitigate the results after this absolute catastrophe, because that is what it's going to come down to. And there are going to be a lot of very angry people who come forward and point at the Brexiteers, rightfully so, hopefully, that you said this would be really easy to do and that we'd be better off and it'd be, you know, land of milk and honey. Why isn't this happening? Well, we've said it on this side all along. They're lying to you, because there is no upside. There never was. You know, Britain's future lies and always will lie being in Europe and being a part of Europe. And there's a lot of people who can't seem to really understand that on the hard Brexiteer side. And if a hard Brexit does happen, you know, I don't want it to happen, but if it does happen, then a lot of people are going to realise very quickly they made the wrong decision and that they voted for even more chaos than there is now. So that's my thoughts on the European election. We're going to get into what I like to call Theresa May week, because obviously Theresa May left, but we've got another video coming up about one Razor Fist and his historical denialism. So watch out for that one.